internet, but you don't seem to forget about yourself.
Hello friends, I am in the Midwest. Technically right now I'm in Belleville, Illinois. I am visiting family. Belleville is about 30 minutes from St. Louis, Missouri. And we're gonna go to St. Louis in a couple days, but I'm just excited for a fall Midwest vlog. I just went to the cutest coffee shop, literally like 5 minutes down the road from the motel we're staying in. So cute in there, and there's a florist attached to it. They have fall and Halloween things out. And now I'm heading back to my hotel because we need to go do family stuff. We are here to visit my aunt and uncle with my parents. It's been a long journey. I hope those clips weren't too shaky because I just like watched them back and I wasn't using a tripod. Vlogging in public and walking, it's a skill. Hello friends. Well, officially welcoming you to this vlog. The hotel room I'm staying in is a 2-star motel. We're on a budget here. I'm with my parents. We're in separate rooms, thankfully. Grateful my parents are allowing that and paying for that. But yeah, we drove, it was a 12-hour journey from north central Pennsylvania all the way to Belleville, Illinois / St. Louis. We broke it up into 2 trips and stayed right at the Ohio-Indiana border in Richmond, Indiana. I booked just one night at a comfort suite. It was such an amazing and nice hotel, living in luxury. So when we got here, it's definitely a downgrade, but we're staying here for 4 nights and it's fine. We're not hanging out in the hotel all day. If anything, it'll get me to go outside and explore because we're in a very small historic district downtown area. I love it. I was researching the history of Belleville. There's so much cute stuff here. There's like 2 coffee shops, thrift stores, boutiques, restaurants, and all like within walking distance of our hotel room. So I'm really excited to just do some small town wandering in this video. And then we're gonna do a big trip to St. Louis, trip to the city on Wednesday and do a little sightseeing. I've been to St. Louis twice that I remember. I've been here when I was like 2 or something when we came here to visit family, but 2 times that I really remember. And I've seen the Gateway Arch before, and in 2019 I came here for work and did a little bit of, you know, my own solo like traveling, sightseeing, which was fun. But there's so much of St. Louis to see. I love the history here. I am just excited to immerse myself in Illinois, Missouri, Midwest culture and life, and it's great to get out and do something different for once in a while. George could not come with me. If you're wondering, he's at home. I'm missing him dearly, but he is at home by himself, well, with our roommate. So we're having a little, you know, vacation from each other, which is good for relationships, right? But I really wish he was here because it would be fun to explore with him. But I have to go now. We're heading to my aunt and uncle's. They live, my dad is like, there's my dad. Say hi to the camera. But we're heading to my aunt and uncle's for breakfast, like a very, you know, low-key breakfast. And then they live on beautiful property with a lot of land and own other like property. And I'm just ready to like go have a nature day today and hang out with them. And it's gonna be so hot. It's hotter here than it is back home. So I'm pretending it's fall. Fall is it's mindset, right? But we're gonna find pockets of fall. This morning it was chilly and I've changed because I was wearing jeans and a sweater. And it's gonna be like in the 80s. It's gonna be hot. So I think I'm prepared, but let's go see my aunt and uncle and then I'll check in with you guys later.
In all these trees along here.
Oh wow, yeah.
In the spring. And there's roses Sharons that are all along here that I planted.
Ooh, yeah.
So it blooms beautiful. And I got hostas in this flower garden down here and lilac bushes. There's 6 lilac bushes in this flower garden.
What you say as we're growing older, darling.
Happy Tuesday, friends. It's Tuesday, right? Yeah. When you're on vacation, the days just kind of don't exist, right? Today, this morning, we had a lovely little breakfast at this cute little breakfast lunch spot. And my aunt was like, we have to get their blueberry pancakes. They're known for their blueberry pancakes, and they did not disappoint. Sunrise Cafe or something, you guys saw what it was. But if you're ever in the Belleville, Illinois area, check them out. The service was great. Our waitress was super, super sweet, very attentive. And coming from Philadelphia, customer service, you know, I noticed customer service when it's exceptional service, and it was exceptional Midwest service. So that was really exciting. And I got an omelet with hash browns and just one little blueberry pancake. Fresh blueberries, so many blueberries. Can't recommend it enough. Now we're going to hit the small town, just walks from my doorstep, and we're gonna do some shopping. There's a ton of thrift stores and antique places and boutiques, and there's like a coffee and tea shop and memorabilia and all this fun stuff, which I'm really excited about, to just kind of walk around and get that small town wandering in. And then we're going to drive out to a place called Eckert's, which they have it in several different places in Illinois. We're going to the Belleville one, but it has like apple picking, there's a country store, they do concerts with the band shell, there's restaurants, there's all kinds of just fun farmy harvesting type things. Perfect for the fall season, so I'm really excited for that. My aunt said they have really good apple cider donuts. I'd love to get an apple cider donut if I can, so that'll be fun. And then that's kind of it, at least on my immediate itinerary for today. And then we're just bumming around this afternoon, and then tonight we're gonna go hang out with my aunt and uncle again at their house. Last night we had this amazing blackberry wine from a vineyard about an hour south of Belleville called like Pour Winery or something. I will show a picture of the wine we got, but I'm gonna like try and order it, because you can get wine shipped to your house these days. It's the 21st century. But it was really, really good. I enjoyed that. So yeah, and then tomorrow is our big city day, our big St. Louis day, which I don't know. I've been enjoying the small town vibes. It's just less overwhelming. It's more manageable. I'm just a small town historic charm kind of girl, so I'm just thriving. I am thriving. It's also gonna be hot. I am trying to be prepared for the hotness, because fall is a state of mind. All right, friends, let's hit the town. Y'all, I am thriving in this country store. We got hard cider, we got wine, we got fall decor, we got baked goods, we got coffee. I am having the time of my life. Happy Thursday, friends. We're at a vintage shop in Belleville before we go to the city, to St. Louis. So I just wanted to pop in real quick. But look what I found. They have yearbooks for sale. That's a good way to repurpose, because I know from my line of work, we have an abundance of yearbooks to deal with. And how do you get rid of them? Donating them, selling them, always a good idea. But this place is pretty neat. Do they have a George name tag? They'd have to have one. They have Leonard. Oh my god, I want this kettle clock. That would be cute in the kitchen. I could get this tailored if I feel like it doesn't fit, because the back's a little big.
The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, the welcome of the dawn. The voice of the robin, the call of the dove, the red leaves are falling, the barn owl is calling.
Greetings, friends. Greetings from Central Ohio. I have been on the road. It's been a couple days since I last talked to you guys because yesterday was a major traveling day and the day before was our last day there, and you saw all the clips in St. Louis, which was super fun and did a lot that day. And then yesterday was just on the road back to Pennsylvania, and I had to drive like pretty much all day. Literally, yeah, I drove, I think it was like a 9-hour trip. The drive was probably like 7.5, 8 hours with all the stopping. And my dad and I were gonna split up the driving, and he drove a bit down here when we drove to Illinois, and I was hoping he was gonna drive like yesterday afternoon. And then I was just so tired yesterday. Let me like sit you around so I can like, well, I'll give you guys a hotel room tour in here. I like this hotel room so much better than the other one because one, there's a big window and I'm not, I can open it up and not feel like people are gonna walk by and like look in, and there's a beautiful view of the highway. But anyway, sit you down this way, that makes me feel better. Yesterday, I was so tired, so sleepy, and was practically falling asleep at the wheel. Like, not, like, it wasn't that bad, but like, so we stopped for lunch. I think I drove like 3 hours, and we stopped in Terre Haute, Indiana to have lunch, and I asked my dad if he could drive. The plan was I was gonna drive through Indianapolis, and then we were gonna switch then, and I was just so sleepy. I was like, can you drive? And he's like, okay, I'll drive. My dad had an accident at his job a couple of years ago, and it affected his eye, and he couldn't like see out of his left eye, and he still has issues. Like, it's not 100% better. Like, he needs a replacement iris to like have fully functioning eyesight in that eye. For a while he wasn't able to drive at all, and now that he's gotten better, he is able to drive like to work and like longer distances. So we thought he would be able to be fine driving, and he was fine driving down, but he took over and we were on the interstate, and like I think we got through like 2 songs and he had to pull over because he was getting like dizzy in his left eye. So at that point I had just gotten comfortable and was ready to like take a nap, and then I had to drive. So we pulled over in the interstate, and my adrenaline kicked in, and then I was awake because I had to be awake, and then I just didn't feel comfortable letting him drive at all that day, just after that episode. So then I just told myself I was just gonna drive the whole way, and that was rough. Once we got through a good portion of Ohio, my right knee, my driving knee, just started like hurting because of being in the same position and driving at like 70 miles an hour like constantly. That's why highway driving is so hard to do like all the time. Like last year I drove to Vermont and like one trip with George, and that was fine because it was like a lot of back roads and we stopped and I could like take my leg off the accelerator and rested a lot. But like this drive is just like straight highway driving the entire time, and I don't feel comfortable using cruise control on my car just because of all the traffic. Like, Ohio traffic is insane. If you've ever driven through Ohio, like the main interstate, you're just hitting like Dayton and then Columbus, and it's just a lot of major cities and a lot of merging and a lot of traffic, and you have to be alert, and I don't feel comfortable using cruise control at all in that scenario. So that was yesterday. Thankfully we got to our hotel safe and sound. There was a nice Mexican restaurant literally next door, so we could walk there and had dinner. Service was so fast. I had a mango margarita as my little treat to unwind after the long journey, and came back to the hotel room and just crashed and watched like TV and YouTube like all night. And this was the longest I slept the entire trip. Like, I was averaging about 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours, you know, at the other hotel because of just being excited and like anxious of like what's going on. But here I just, you know, now that we're coming home, my body's like finally dying down and like entering like major rest mode. And with all the driving, my body is super sore. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. Unfortunately, we have a 5-hour drive back to my parents today, and then I still have another like 3 hours back to Philly where I live. So I'm gonna have to stay at my parents tonight and then drive back home tomorrow. So it's been pretty good up until like literally today at, you know, this last leg with all the driving. But I'm ready to go home. I miss George. There's fall things at home that are waiting for me. I have all these packages. I have all these things that I bought here. I don't know how long this vlog is at this point. Probably pretty long, but I might film like a separate video where I just do a fall haul of random things I've gotten on this trip and things I've ordered and like have stuff I've gotten to prepare for the fall season between books and clothing and home things and just random things I've acquired, you know, now that we're going into fall, which is super exciting. It's also been super, super hot in the Midwest. I'm ready to go home where it's a little bit cooler, have some cooler temperatures, and get out of this dang summer because fall. But yeah, I will show some clips of the hotel room. The view is beautiful. I forgot to mention I tried a new coffee shop yesterday in Belleville. It was in an old train station, which was really neat. And inside was a lot more modern than the other one that I went to, but you know, I love all the vibes. But I wish I could have spent more time at that place and like hung out in there, but I'm glad at least we stopped in to get it. The barista was super nice and fast service, and my coffee was really good as well. So it's been fun to try these different coffee shops in the Midwest. Midwest coffee. You guys are great. Loving you guys. We're gonna try another coffee shop. We're in Mansfield, Ohio right now, and there's a downtown area that we're gonna go check out, and there's a coffee shop down there called Relax. It's just coffee. Sounds great. And I checked it out. The interior looks really cool and it's downtown, so I'm gonna try their coffee. Just finding all these awesome coffee shops, and then back home to my parents we go. So I think I might end the vlog like me talking here, but I'll have some extra clips at the end of this video. And if I end up wanting to do a haul at the end of this video, which I probably won't, I'll put it at the end of this, but I might just end it here. But thank you guys for coming along for this Midwestern early fall travel vlog with me. It was so fun to do this. I'm so grateful we were able to go see my family and also do some other fun things that I wanted to do, and got to explore a lot, try new places, got some fun things, and it's just always nice to travel a bit and get out of your normal circumstances. So I'm feeling really, really refreshed and ready to go home and get back to my routines and just kind of carry on with the normalcy and mundaneness of my regular life after all this craziness. So thank you, friends, and I will see you in the next one.